Good evening, everybody. Julie here, and welcome to my channel. This video is on Presidents of the United States of America, written by Jody Shepard. I really am enjoying doing this series because, we know all the popular presidents, but a lot of people don't remember some of the other great presidents who were in office and what they went through. And they're very intriguing people. And I thought this would be a great refresher course for me as well as everybody else. And boy, have I been learning a lot. These are just an outline, very short videos, but I always take a little piece of paper and do some more research, because otherwise this video would only take like a minute and a half, 2 minutes. So I did that to get some more interesting facts, and some of them might overlap a little bit, but it's been very interesting and very fun. So let's get started. We are on the 17th president of the United States, Andrew Johnson, who was put in office after Abraham Lincoln was assassinated. He was born December 29th, 1908 in North Carolina, and he served from 1865 to 1869. So he didn't have a vice president, because in those times they didn't have one if they were, got the office in during something like the president dying. So his wife was Eliza, and he had 5 children, and he died in 1875. As president, Johnson bought Alaska from Russia. Andrew Johnson became president when Lincoln was assassinated, just as the Civil War finally ended. He was from the South, but had stayed loyal to the Union during the fighting. People hoped he would be able to bring the country back together, but the president fought with Congress about the best way to bring peace back to the United States. Finally, Johnson was impeached. That is, he was put on trial by Congress. 35 senators voted to remove him from office, one less vote than was needed, so Johnson stayed as president. After the long Civil War, it's hard to imagine anyone would have been able to reunite the country easily. Did you know Johnson didn't really know how to read until he was a teenager? He didn't know how to write until his wife taught him. And this is Andrew Johnson in Alaska, which he bought. So now let's go over some of the facts that I found. A couple might be repeats, others are very interesting. Andrew Johnson never went to school and taught himself how to read and spell. When he was 18 when he married 16-year-old Eliza. She taught her husband to read and write more fluently and to do arithmetic. Andrew Johnson was the first president to be impeached, but not removed. He was the only Southern senator to not join the Confederacy during the Civil War. His father died when he was only 3. His mother remarried and later sent him and his brother out as indentured servants to a tailor named James Selby. The brothers ran away from their bond after 2 years. The Mr. Selby put a $10 reward out if anybody turned them in, but nobody ever turned them in. By the time Johnson became president, his wife was an invalid and confined to her room. So couldn't even leave it. She was just an invalid. Their daughter Martha served as a hostess during the formal functions. When he was coming up in the world, she was teaching him how to read and write. But by the time he was 22, he was elected mayor of Greenville, Tennessee. So he really moved himself up there. Now, back to him being president, he had a plan for Reconstruction. However, before he was able to put his plan in motion, the radical Republicans in Congress prevailed. They put into place acts that were meant to force the South to change its ways and accept its loss. Such as the Civil Rights Act of 1866. Johnson vetoed this and 15 other Reconstruction bills, all of which were overridden. So the Congress was not going for this. They were not going to let him have his way. They wanted the South to pay for what it had done, and they were right and the South was wrong in their eyes. That's how it was. the reason that he was impeached is there was some kind of thing saying you couldn't remove your own cabinet or whatever, and he fired his Secretary of War and brought Ulysses S. Grantson, which caused Grant, and which caused them to impeach him. But like they said in there was not enough votes for him to be impeached, so he stayed in office. Wow, what a change we've come across today. He was the first president to be impeached and not removed. That's just amazing. And how the times have turned. Back then, it was the Republicans who wanted to free the slaves and the Democrats who wanted to keep the slaves. So totally turn around from now. And I see the Congress is still up to its same antics, wanting to, and I know they were put there for a reason. And it sounds like they were just like they are today, battling over everything. So, I could be wrong. But, wow. An impeachment way back then. Who'd have thought? Amazing reading. But that's it. That's the video for tonight. I hope you liked learning a little bit about Andrew Johnson, because I did not know all of that about him. So, I'm learning a lot about these guys. They're all, think of it. He never went to school. He never learned to he taught himself to read and spell, and then his wife taught him how to write, and do arithmetic. So, wow, think about that. He came from nothing, an indentured servant, and became president of the United States. What other country can you do that in? None. But that's it. That's the video for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, do all the things that help get the videos out there. And don't forget to check out the other videos, like we're doing the Bible recap, we're reading the Bible a year in chronological order, and so many other videos. Again, thank you for taking the time to watch my channel. I greatly appreciate it. God bless you. Have a wonderful night, and we will see you in the next video. Good night.